I got my big start in New York, and I had been trying to write a whole bunch of songs up there, and luckily I met a man who got me a record label, Monitor Records. And then when I came down, I studied playwriting at Yale for 1 year, and I came down to the city a couple of times, and I met a man there just by pure accident whose name was Norman Gimbel. He wrote Girl from Ipanema, the lyrics. Well, Norman, when I first met him, my little record was out by then by the folk label, and he was at that manager's office, and he came out. Instead of going straight to the elevator, he saw me over at the side with my guitar, and he came over and said, "Hi, I'm Norman Gimbel." And I said, "I'm Billy Edd Wheeler." He said, "No kidding." He said, "My wife saw your album in the Monitor Records window. She's a model and on her way to work." He said, "Billy, you're a natural. You write songs like people breathe." And he said, "But you'll never make any money." So here I am, elevated, and then he brought me back down to earth. So I said, "Well, what can I do to improve?" And he says, I cannot tell you the creative process. It's intricate. But I have a couple of friends who make more money in music than anybody on Broadway. Their names are Lieber and Stoller. And they were producing Elvis. They wrote Hound Dog, Stand By Me. I mean, just incredible writers. Well, he got me hooked up to play for him in person, which was very unusual because big-time producers and publishers, they don't want to have to deal with you personally. They want to hear a tape, they can throw it in a wastebasket. But in this case, he said, "Come on down, I'm going to take you, and you're going to meet him and sing for him." So I got the first verse of a song. They said, "That's enough, next." Second one, they said, "That's enough." The third one, they said, "That's enough," and said, "Billy, we don't want to hear anymore. We can't use any of this stuff." I said, "Well, Jerry, he was the lyric man, the idea man, and Mike was the piano player." And I asked them the same question, and he says, "Well, all I can say is just start listening to songs more critically. What's it about? That's the main thing. What's it about? And then when you decide what it's about, you write an opening verse, you get to the chorus as quickly as you can, and then you write another verse if you have to, and then end it with the chorus." He said, "We can't use your stuff, but Norman tells us when you come down from Yale, you're gonna keep writing. And he says, if you get an idea that's commercial, give us a call, and if we like it, you can bring it in." Well, that was the carrot that they held out for me. I was trying to write a shoot-'em-up ballad. That was the big High Chaparral and the Gunfighters, and I wrote a verse. He rode easy in the song. He was tall and lean. And first you thought nothing but a streak of mean could make a man look so downright strong. But one look in his eyes, you knew you was wrong. Well, I got that far, And I said to myself, I don't know a daggone thing about Western lore. I don't know a sorrel from a roan. So I just threw it aside. But as luck would have it, I got a letter from a lady at Warren Wilson, and she sent me a picture of John C. Campbell on horseback, who founded the John C. Campbell Folk School in Brasstown. Boy, what a great picture. It was a beautiful horse. He had high-top boots. He had a nice hat. And the way he sat, I thought, boy, that song I was starting, that could be him. But that was as far as that went for that time. And then when I got that, I found out that he was not only an educator, he was a preacher. He used to go out in these places out from Brasstown and preach, bury people and marry people. And that really intrigued me. And then I remembered a song called Mule Train, and there was a verse, there's a Bible in the sack for the Reverend Mr. Black. That was it! I said, dang, my hero is a preacher. He's not a gunfighter. And so I wrote 8 verses. And when I got down a few months later, I called Jerry. They were producing the Coasters, the Drifters, Peggy Lee, tons of people. So I finally got him on the phone. He said, all right, what you got? I started reciting the verses. He was almost ready, I could tell, to give up. And I sang a verse that he liked. He started snapping his fingers, said, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. New York talk. He got to the chorus, you got to walk that lonesome valley. He said, bring that one in. So I took it in a few days. Now, he and Mike sat down. I'd never heard of producers and songwriters who are extremely busy to take time to rewrite a song with you. But they sat down, they trimmed my 8 verses down to 2.5 and the chorus, and we demoed it. He told his song plugger to get out to L.A. The Kingston Trio were recording. Within 3 months, I had 50% of a hit song. Whoa! Now that's luck, how coincidence. My life is built on accidental meetings with people. And that John C. Campbell, he was quite a man. And he gave me a song. So that's my best North Carolina connection.